As far as what people do for work, a lot of them are there on business. I mean, there's big accounting firms, PricewaterhouseCooper, and big companies like Amazon, and just a lot of big businesses, and that's mostly centered in the city area. And so in the city, it's best if you just take the public transportation. The bus system is very, very reliable. I was very surprised that there were no more than a minute late each, no matter where they were, and they were like clockwork. And there's always a central area where if you wanted to go to one part of the country, if you want to go to the northern part of the country, you'll just change buses at this central bus station, and or you can just take the train. The trains go all over the country, and the thing is, they had a what was it? It's not a Navigo. I think it was we called it an Ego card. We basically, if you validate it once and it's good for however long you bought the pass for, and you could take everything. It was like 45 euros. You could take the trains, you could take the regular city bus, you could take one of the more, I guess, bigger buses that go to different parts that the train just couldn't get to. And that's what we did each month. We validate our card once, and then we just ride on whatever transportation we needed, and that was probably a good thing. And I would suggest just not, and if you're in the city, not don't drive at all. I remember they gave us a car, and I dreaded driving through Luxembourg City. It was probably the worst time of my life, just driving. And also, that was another thing, just like in the city, you'll just find nothing but apartments everywhere. Once you get out of the city, you'll start to see the countryside, and you'll see people living in houses. And but for the most part, people would want to live in an apartment just because of how expensive the housing is out there. Like I know, for example, the bishop had, it was him and his wife, I think four kids, but they just had their fifth kid, and they lived in a 3 bedroom apartment, and and to them it's just way too expensive to get a house right now out there. Yeah, for the most part, people live in apartments, which is not bad. I mean, considering the apartments, they're actually really, really nice. And as far as life in Luxembourg, it is pretty friendly. People get along. Especially, that shocked me just because people speak so many different languages. Like on the bus, you can hear English spoken, you can hear French spoken, you can hear any language in the world, really. I remember I've heard at least 10 languages in one day, and I was just shocked. I was just like, wow. And these people are really nice, and they're very respectful. And I guess it was probably like the place I felt the most safe and like the cleanest. I would walk around at 8:30 at night and feel totally fine. I never felt like I was ever in danger while I was in Luxembourg. And also, out there, the members take good care of the missionaries. So if you ever need anything, just always talk to the members.